Are you happy, yes or no? Because I realize that I am not happy when I'm not with you. Because I love you, Issa.
Ooh, Lawrence.
For 5 seasons
Lawrence.
after Jay Ellis played Lawrence in the hit TV series Insecure. Now, he also starred in the blockbuster hit Top Gun Maverick and the romantic comedy Somebody I Used to Know. Now, Ellis is out with a new book about his childhood called Did Everyone Have an Imaginary Friend or Just Me? Adventures in Boyhood. In it, he tells about growing up as a military child, but an only child. To cope, he created an imaginary best friend named Mikey. Jay Ellis joins us first on CBS Mornings. What's up, Jay?
What's up, Jay?
Morning.
Good morning. Appreciate you joining us.
How you doing?
That's right, that's right. So you said going through your childhood photos during the pandemic inspired this book. How so?
Yeah, I mean, I had all these memories that were just flashing in front of me, right? And I was there with my mom. My mom is like the keeper of records in the family. So she's got pictures on both sides that go back. And I started remembering stuff, and she started telling me stories, and then it just kind of sat with me for a while. And I just remember my imaginary friend across so much of it. So I went online one day. I got on Instagram, and I told a story. And then people responded and started telling me about their imaginary friends. And from there, I started writing stories, and
That's great.
It became a book.
I don't want to embarrass anybody. There were two very distinct imaginary friends, and in my family there was Nagy, the husband, and then there was Chasey. I won't say which child, but there's so much control in a child's life that they relinquish. Was that the primary reason that you feel you gravitated toward having a safety net like that?
Yeah, I say like I'm an 80s baby who came of age in the 90s. And in the book, I talk about how wild that time was, right? You have 24-hour networks all of a sudden. You have this big boom in cable television. You have conflict in the Middle East. You have things that were going on literally all around us, and we were being made more aware of it. And as a kid, trying to process all of that, plus being an only child, plus moving around all the time. I went to 12 schools in 13 years.
You're a military kid.
I'm a military kid. My dad was in the Air Force. I created this imaginary friend, Mikey, to help me process the world around me and be with me for every new school I went to, and every character I created and persona I created at every school I went to. And so Mikey was there to help me get through all of that.
So that's the part that I loved in reading these stories, is how Mikey was always there at your side in the way that you described with those adventures. Specifically, one of my favorite stories is how he helped you with your first school crush. Like he was your wingman. Talk to me about that.
All right, payback.
I don't know where Miss Calloway is. Shout out to Miss Calloway. She was my third grade homeroom teacher at Beatty Elementary in Austin, Texas.
You're out there, Miss Calloway.
You're out there. I had the biggest crush on her, and she had this chair next to her desk, and if you got in trouble, she would make you sit in it, and I always saw it as a reward, so I was always getting in trouble. So one day, Mikey's like, you should staple your hands. So I walk up to her desk, and I slide the webbing of my hand under the stapler, and I smash it. And so just to get in this seat, the next day, she pulls the staple out. The next day, I took a rose out of somebody's flower bushes, and I took this rose to her, and I said, "This is for taking the staple out of my hand, but also, Miss Calloway, could you be my girlfriend since we love each other so much?"
Smooth.
And she said, "No."
Yeah,
No,
of course.
I will not be your girlfriend.
Yeah.
I am your teacher.
You turn to Mikey and you're like, man.
I told you it was a bad idea.
The most appropriate answer.
Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
It was a huge hit. Yeah. And so many different characters, yours along with everybody else on that cast, just grabbed the scene and didn't let go. Yeah. We were there for that roller coaster ride. Is there a sequel? Because we're hearing some whispers, fam. Talk to us, baby.
You're hearing more than I'm hearing.
What?
No, there is a sequel in the works. They are trying to get the story right. One of the most amazing things about that entire process is getting to work with Tom Cruise. And he is such a mentor and a friend and a filmmaker and a professor. Like, there's all these things that are happening. You're soaking up so much from him. But one of the things that he's always focused on is story and making sure the story is right. So the audience who spends their money and takes their time to come and see you, they feel fulfilled, they feel entertained, and they can fully disappear for those 2 hours while they're in a theater. So they are working hard to get the story right now. And you guys will find out.
Well,
you guys will find out.
It took 35 years to get
the second
one out there. And
You're a huge Top Gun fan,
Oh,
but
my-
I'm also, and I love Top Gun, but I love Insecure. And I love, both my wife and I loved your character in Lawrence. It was such a seminal series. Do you all still keep in touch?
Oh, yeah.
Like, what's the vibe now that the show has ended?
Yeah, we have a text chain. So there's a men's secure chain.
Men's Secure.
All the men, shout out to Men Secure, but that's the men's chain. And then me and the ladies, we all keep in touch too. We're on a text chain as well.
You
Wait,
and the
you and the ladies?
I'm sure the other guys. I'm sure the other, but Lawrence, Lawrence.
Lawrence loves the ladies.
No, but we keep a chain. We text nonstop. We're constantly congratulating each other. Issa is one of my conversation partners on my book tour. Kendrick, for those who disastrously chose Team Nathan, he's also one of my partners, speaking partners on my conversation tour for the book. So we all keep in touch. A lot of love.
Love that.
A lot of love.
No doubt, man. You just welcomed a young son,
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Noah.
Yeah.
How excited are you to add to the tribe?
Much more excited now because he's been chill.
He's been chill.
Yeah. It's been an easy transition so far. The real thing has been my daughter is so in love with him, is trying to keep her from smothering him with love.
Yeah.
It's like one kiss is like, she's got to kiss him like 3 times
Of
every
course.
time she kisses him.
Of course.
But it's been absolutely amazing. Funny enough, my daughter, she had 20 imaginary cousins.
20.
20. They didn't have names. It was just my cousins.
Okay,
There were
okay.
20 of them.
But now she got a little bro.
And she hasn't talked about her imaginary friends.
Oh,
There you go. That's
Had
what
a
it's
little
all
crush.
about. Well, Jay, I appreciate you joining us, man.
Thank you,
You are an
Jay.
awesome talent and now an author. Amazing. Did everyone have an imaginary friend or just me? Is on sale now. Like Gayle says, run, don't walk to buy it.